On a chilly morning in late October 1805, a momentous naval battle unfolded off the coast of Cape Trafalgar, Spain. This epic confrontation not only determined the fate of empires, but signaled the end of French naval ambitions. Welcome to our exploration of the Battle of Trafalgar and how the sea decided the destiny of nations. The central figures in this historic clash were the British Royal Navy, led by the indomitable Admiral Horatio Nelson, and the combined fleets of France and Spain, commanded by Admiral Pierre-Charles Villeneuve. The Napoleonic Wars had raged across Europe, with Napoleon Bonaparte seeking to dominate the continent. However, standing in his way was the formidable Royal Navy, which controlled the seas. As tensions escalated, Napoleon planned an ambitious invasion of Britain. To succeed, he needed to establish naval superiority. The French and Spanish fleets anchored in Cadiz set sail to break the British blockade. Their departure heralded a desperate bid to wrest control of the seas from British hands. But the British were ready. Nelson, a master tactician renowned for his audacity and courage, intercepted the fleets near Cape Trafalgar. On the morning of October 21st, under a clear blue sky, the two armadas clashed. It was a chaotic and brutal melee. Nelson, defying conventional naval tactics, divided his fleet into two columns, attacking the enemy line perpendicularly. This audacious maneuver aimed to break their formation, allowing British ships to fire broadside volleys with devastating accuracy. The French and Spanish lines crumbled under the relentless assault. Amid the cannon fire and smoke, ships were shattered. The decks were awash with chaos. One can only imagine the deafening thunder of cannons and cries of sailors, embroiled in vicious combat. In the heart of the fray, Nelson's flagship, HMS Victory, engaged the French flagship Bucentaure and the massive Spanish warship Santísima Trinidad. The battle raged, ship against ship, with decks turned into bloody arenas. Across the sea, acts of heroism and desperation were countless, a testament to the ferocity of naval warfare. As the hours passed, British tactics proved superior. By late afternoon, the tide had turned decisively in their favor. But triumph came at a steep cost. In the heat of battle, Nelson was struck by a French sniper's bullet. Mortal wounds would keep him on deck, directing his fleet until the very end. With victory in sight, Nelson's final words echoed his life's devotion. "Thank God I have done my duty." And as evening's shadows descended, Britain's naval supremacy was secure. The Franco-Spanish fleet suffered a cataclysmic defeat, losing more than 20 ships. British losses were comparatively light, but they endured the devastating blow of losing their greatest naval hero. The consequences of the Battle of Trafalgar were profound. Britain's victory ensured that Napoleon's plans to invade Britain were thwarted, cementing Britain's naval dominance for a century. The Royal Navy's control of the seas was now unchallenged, allowing the British Empire to expand far afield. For France, their naval power lay shattered and would never fully recover, altering the balance of power in Europe. And so, the sea decided a nation's fate. Trafalgar became a symbol of British tenacity and naval mastery, a poignant reminder of the crucial role maritime forces play in shaping history. In the grand scheme of empires, the decisions made that fateful day off Cape Trafalgar rippled across time, forever altering the course of nations and their destinies. As we close this chapter in maritime history, we are reminded of the precarious balance of power, dictated not just by land, but by the unyielding waves of the sea. In the Battle of Trafalgar, the sea truly decided